With Dance Central Spotlight, Harmonix has pared its stylish Connect dancing franchise down to its most essential elements, ditching the time-traveling story mode of Dance Central 3 in favor of a renewed focus on the dance routines that sit at the very heart of the game. But it's slimmed down in some other ways too, with a $10 core game serving as the gateway to a musical storefront brimming with reasonably priced songs to build out your own customized library. What's left is a lean but immensely enjoyable dancing game, one that goes out of its way to remove the barriers between you and shaking it on the dance floor.
I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time.
Rather than a full-priced retail product, Dance Central Spotlight is more akin to a downloadable starter pack. The core game comes with 10 songs, a genre-spanning assortment of recent hits that ranges from the soulful pop of Lord's Royals to the infectious house rhythm of David Guetta's Titanium. Every one of these songs carries on Dance Central's tradition of excellent choreography, with inventive dance routines and lively animations bringing each song to life. But where Dance Central Spotlight differs from its predecessors is in the amount of content each song provides. Every song in the game now offers one primary routine with 4 different difficulty settings, plus 2 alternate routines, as well as much more strenuous cardio and strength exercise routines. These are not mere variations, they're entirely different dance numbers. As a result, each song has become its own little rabbit hole of grooving and shaking, giving you an enormous incentive to dive right back in as soon as the music's over, so that you can continue to experience those new moves. That said, the dancing itself is pretty much the same as ever. You follow cue cards scrolling along the screen, attempting to mirror the game's impossibly hip assortment of playable characters as they shimmy and shake in various ways. From the vivid presentation to the consistently outstanding choreography, the mere act of dancing makes Dance Central Spotlight some of the purest fun you can have on an Xbox One. But there is one irksome quality to the game's tried and true formula. Do well and you'll see the screen explode in a fireworks display of light and color. But botch a move and all you get is a red outline on your character's limbs, the same feedback system that's been used since day one. That minimalist feedback has always been nice because of how non-invasive it is, but here it's a bit at odds with itself. That's because Dance Central Spotlight's progression system requires you to unlock new dance routines by collecting flawless performances on various dance moves. Generally speaking, this system is pretty forgiving. There are so many dance moves to collect that you never really hit a brick wall in terms of progression. But in those instances where a trickier dance move just doesn't click with you, it's hard to tell exactly what you're doing wrong.
Ain't no way to land. You remind me of something missing, misses. You got my full attention. Listen, let go of the tension. If I get a minute, I'll put you better.
Nonetheless, other improvements to the dancing experience help ease the process of learning new moves. Now you can pause mid-song and jump into a quick practice mode, running through a move over and over again until you get comfortable with it. Once you've got it, you can pick right up where you left off. No need to jump out to the main menu and launch some separate practice mode. In fact, Dance Central Spotlight is pretty light on extraneous game modes altogether. There is a neat little fitness mode that lets you design a custom playlist of routine types, set the overall length of your dance session, and then see how many calories you've burned according to your height and weight. But beyond that, there's the song store and little else. Even without the delightfully silly story mode and assorted minigames of its predecessor, Dance Central Spotlight's core offering still delivers a tremendous value. For only $10, you get an album's worth of songs that all feature 5 distinct routines to learn. And what's nice is that each song you buy from the store, which run about $2 each with some bundles offering a small discount, all of these also offer the same generous assortment of choreographies. So whether you end up spending another $10 or another $40, the library you assemble gives you plenty of ways to shake it while simultaneously reflecting your own musical tastes. Indeed, Dance Central Spotlight feels like an admission that sometimes you just can't be all things to all people. Rather than beef up the feature list, Harmonix has taken the opposite approach. It slimmed down the game, offered way more value, and removed the obstacles between you and just getting out there and dancing. It's a different take on Dance Central, but the party is just as fun as ever.